Hi. I've realised I've never actually introduced myself. Like, I've just been this nameless person talking on this platform. So my name's Becca, if you don't know. I just kind of assume that everybody's come from my other channels. Anyway, in my last, not episode, but whatever you want to call it, I did suggest that I'm going to try and investigate what foods might be causing my acne. Now, that day has finally come. I've gotten the results. I just used this cheapo discounted thing from Groupon. Not sponsored. They're called Global Testing Lab. It was like, it was £29 and they would test 300 items, both food and non-food items, to suggest what you might be sensitive to, what your body might not be reacting too well to. So I bought that, and they don't send you anything, you just pluck some of your hairs out and send it to them, which is good. I'm impatient, I don't want to wait for something to come in the post. So I did have to wait quite a bit of time to get the results, but at least I didn't have to give my blood. At least it was just a couple of hairs. The results came this Monday. Now, I'd be lying if I tell you that I didn't have a sneak peek beforehand. If I'm more than a sneak peek, I looked through all of it basically. Nonetheless, I'll tell you what I've got. It sounds like a disease. What I'm intolerant to or sensitive to, or whatever you want to say. Now, these aren't allergies. These are just food sensitivities or intolerances to. So, I give you this attachment. Bear in mind, it was like 8 a.m. in the morning and I was like, oh, I'm not going to check it. I'm going to check it on the video. That lasted 2 minutes and I looked through it, absolutely all of these. So, the food items that I'm 85% or more intolerant to. The first item on the list, I'll put it on the screen now because you're not going to be able to see this screen, is bell pepper, specifically red bell pepper. Now, I'm not too fond of it, so I wasn't that disheartened by that. But then I realised over the past week that everything that I'm eating has red bell pepper in it. So whether that be stir fry, whether that be, so we found this new vegan ready meal in Asda, it's all coming up with red bell peppers. I've not really been picking them out, to be fair. If I feel the need to, then I'll start weaning it out, but I don't really have that in my diet really, because I'm not that much of a fan of bell pepper. Next one I can't have anyway, so that's fine. The majority of them are perfectly fine because I can't even eat these. So the next one is herring, which is a small silvery fish widely eaten. They tell you a bit of description if you don't actually know what it is. And that's fine because I'm vegan, so I can't eat that. So again, I was really happy with that for the fact that I don't even eat that anyway. Next one seems very specific because I wouldn't just sit there eating this, but molasses. So molasses or dark treacle is a viscous byproduct of refining sugarcane or sugar beets into sugar. So I would translate that as I have a sugar sensitivity, so I'm going to try and remove sugar from my diet as much as I can and replace it with fructose sugar or coconut sugar or just no sugar whatsoever. I don't know if that still is bad for you, but I think that's what I'm going to do, see if I notice a difference in my skin. Because I think my skin is more so hormonal imbalances. Hormonal imbalances can be caused by insulin resistance, sugar playing a major factor into that. So that's one thing I will wean out with immediate effect and have been doing. Next one is noodles. I don't really eat ramen. I wasn't allowed it as a child, so it's just not something I gravitate towards. But I'd maybe translate that as gluten. But I'd need to do more research because I don't really know much about gluten intolerances. And brown rice, that's annoying. I don't eat often, but obviously I know how to make a proper curry, so I guess I'll have to do without rice now. And then another one which is perfectly fine is turkey or hen, as in literally translated flesh from the bird, which is fine. Again, I'm vegan, so I won't be eating that. So long as I'm not actually allergic to hens, which means I can't cuddle them, then it's fine, it doesn't matter. And then the non-food items, again, another perfectly fine one for me because I don't eat it, is bovine. So I think that's crushed bones basically. Though a couple of days ago I did accidentally eat a mint, and then I didn't even think that would contain anything of anything, and it contained gelatin. Why? It was a powder mint. That was so random, and I spat it out as soon as I realised. And then another one, goose feathers. I actively avoid goose feathers, so that's fine. None of my pillows or furniture or whatsoever has bird feathers in there. And then lastly, waterweed. So at first when I saw this, I thought watercress. And I was like, oh, I don't eat it often, but I want it when I want it. But no, waterweed is something that I'm probably never going to come across unless I'm on a lake. I'll put a picture up because it's hard to explain. That's what waterweed is. So provided I don't touch that, then it's all fine. So that was very interesting. I don't know if that's actually the cause of my acne. Like I said, I am leaning towards the idea that it's a hormonal imbalance. So by all means, stay tuned, and that might be the next thing that I investigate. Should be interesting. Hopefully this was of interest to you. It was of interest to me, but then again, it's my body. Yeah, let me know if you try it out for yourself. I'll link all my social medias down below in case you've not yet come across them. And until next time, have a good day. And stay away from the red peppers, maybe.